Welcome to Access a Trader, the #1 community for those who are committed to taking control of their trading in order to achieve success, profitability, and longevity. Thank you for joining us. Here's Dan Shapiro to help you find your edge, master your process, and own your future.
Hey guys, good evening everybody. Welcome to another edition of the AccessATrader.com nightly wrap-up show. Hope everybody is doing well. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a good trading day. If you like what we're doing, guys, consistently trying to point you guys in the right direction, only on a day-to-day basis. Again, I'm not trying to predict what's going to happen more than previous day. Hell, I'm not even trying to predict what happens the next day. I'm just trying to gather my data based on the previous night's research and wait for confirmation. And we'll get to that in a second. If you like what we're doing, guys, all it takes is a second. Support the channel, click a like, and again, hopefully I'll continue to point you in the right direction. So after last week's end of the week, pretty monster rally on news that Jerome Powell is finally opening up to the idea that the market and the inflationary front and life itself is always one of those scenarios that we are looking to always be flexible, finally recognize that, hey, you know what? Maybe this is the right time to start maybe cutting rates, right? And we know the market absolutely exploded. The Dow closed at all-time highs, about like 850 points. The NASDAQ had a big move. And if you watched last night's video, the question was, well, are we going to get some profit taking today? Maybe put in an inside day, maybe put in kind of a quieter day, or is the market just going to just continue to really go aggressively? Again, if you look at where the Qs stopped on Friday, they stopped right at the 10-day moving average. And the question was, can we reclaim it going into today's session? The answer to that was no, right? The answer to that was no. And matter of fact, we actually put in a lower high off of Friday's move into 10-day. Again, the reason why the 10-day is kind of a big deal, the 10-day, if you watched any of the workshops, the PS60 workshops, or have been in the webinar, you kind of know that's like the birth of the trade. The 5 days, the shortest sentiment, and the 10-day moving average is the birth of the trade. The only good thing about it is we also didn't give back, right? We also did not give back the 5-day on a close as well. So this is a structural, organic inside day, or in layman's terms, a res day of what we saw going into the Friday close prints. That's actually a very important thing. As you can imagine, the majority of names, just kind of relaxed, right? Just kind of relaxed and did absolutely nothing. If you look at the final tally, you'll see the NASDAQ was down 47 points. The S&P was down a little less than 0.5%, 27 points. And the Dow, after putting up an 850 point, really significant rally on Friday, was only down 350 points, a little bit of profit taken. Now, the question was, well, was there any value? And the one thing I've always maintained day in, day out, I don't care if there's 1,000 setups or one, right? It doesn't make a difference how many times you trade. It's how many times you trade properly. And the combination of why these pivots are so cool, right? I think they're so cool is because there's a formula, right? There's a secret formula that's not so secret. You're taking the daily chart, okay? You're waiting for the options market to come in. And I think I've said this a million times. You wait for the options market to come in. You wait to see the repeat buyers coming in. You wait to see short-term expiration. And when all that kind of coincides together, usually really good things are going to happen. And we had two pretty good pivots today. One, obviously, near and dear to my heart. I wonder what that could be. That did really well. But the moral of the story is, guys, again, we try to, as traders, we try to find the easiest road to the goal line, not the sexiest, but the easiest. And a lot of times, the problem with waking up in the morning and going on your pre-market list to see what the hottest stock of the day is, the problem with that is the move is gone. 99% of the average range is gone. 95% of the average is gone. And just like all the pigeons in the park, when they flock together, right? When they flock together to try to get that one little piece of bread, that's what retail is. That's what the retail public is. This is why so many people always find themselves being stuck in their career and they can't get going because you're trying to get crumbs from the same piece of bread that everybody else is. And if you are interested in pivots, guys, again, all it takes is 30 days. Kenyon will be posting a Labor Day kind of finalize of the summer, a really deep discount. So if you are interested in pivots, guys, come aboard. I'm telling you, 30 days is going to change the perception of what you see in the market. Worst case scenario, you won't see the market ever again the same way. And the most important part is always remember, guys, the pawns are always the first to die on a chessboard. It's not the king, it's not the rook, right? It's not the bishop, it's not it's not the knight. It's the pawns, and that's exactly what retail is. And I've always said this for years and years and years. If you trade like retail, you're going to get retail results, and it's a very, very fine line between institutional money flow and what retail thinks is going to happen next. So let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. Here are the pivots of the day. Here are the pivots of today. Let me just get this up. Here are the pivots of today, right? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here we are. Okay, as you can see here, we've only had, at least in the channel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, Amazon didn't do anything. Amazon triggered the 229.15, went up like 40 cents. Absolutely nothing, but it put an inside day. Uber, I was watching. Buyers actually came in for Uber for the weekly 99s and the September 102s, but it did not confirm. And here's kind of my point of the opening monologue of how a daily chart combined that with short-term expiration, option flow, and deep out-of-the-money calls. So here was the first pivot of the day. It was SoFi, right? SoFi buyers were coming in very, very aggressively, guys. I mean, really, really aggressively. Buyers were coming in for the 27 weeklies. They were coming in for the 28.5 weeklies. And they were coming for the September 30s, one after another after another. So here was the pivot. 25. I think we even spoke about SoFi on the weekend update. 25 and a quarter needs to confirm, and also the pre-market highs of 25.64. And here was SoFi, right? Here was SoFi. It took out every single level, traded up to 26.40. This is now the highest close in the whole formation. Again, keep an eye on this thing for the next couple of days. This is a possible little bit of profit taking over the case may be. Sure, again, stocks don't go straight up, but this is one to watch, especially if they continue to hammer those 27, 28.5 and those repeat buyers for the September $30 call. So SoFi was really, really good. Run, which I still like, did not confirm. Guys, watch Run for the next couple of days. This thing is getting tighter and tighter. It didn't confirm yet today, but this thing is getting super tight. Definitely keep an eye on Run. Letter U, confirmed but didn't explode yet. We saw an opening buyer come in right at the open. I believe it was for the 43s of September. 39.72 needs to confirm. Not a big move yet. Actually, not a big move at all. But this is now the highest close in the whole formation. I still think it needs to get back above this daily Bollinger Band to really go. But again, really nice looking chart. Honestly, it actually held up very, very well considering the NASDAQ with some profit taking there today. And last but not least, let's talk about it, right? Might as well talk about it. So we talked about Tesla over the weekend. We talked about the range from 2 weeks ago. We talked about the secret sauce that's not so secret. Again, option float, right? You guys remember over the weekend, 2 buyers came in, one for like 3.4 million, one for 5.4 million of the September 350 calls. Can you guess where the stock went to today? There you go. 340.50 rejected twice in the last couple of weeks. Needs to confirm September size, 7-figure buyers come in for the 350 calls. And here is Tesla. Still holding a runner. The only reason why the stock stopped today was this linear regression line. You see it? This linear regression line. Here's where the options market is screaming when in regards to Tesla. We saw today some really, really big bets, right? The 350s obviously got paid off because the high of the day today was 350. 350 and change. Okay. The buyers then started rolling their bets. We saw the 355 weeklies. We saw the 360 weeklies. We saw the 365 weeklies. Now, why are they betting 365 in the weeklies? You see, again, you're not supposed to be just betting randomly. Well, the 2025 highs, the May highs, are 67.70. So it correlates to where the chart is speaking. Now the question is, can this thing get back above the linear regression line and confirm this whole channel here and start attacking the 2025 highs? That's to be determined. But the point is, again, one of those situations we talk about all the time, we were ready for. We're watching the options market, and we waited for this thing to confirm. And Tesla was awesome today, okay? And I apologize for my lack of enthusiasm. I've been fighting a bug the whole day, or else I'd be like, right, ear to ear. Now, what does Tesla need to do for the next couple of days? Obviously, it's had a pretty big run from the lows of 319.69 on Thursday to all the way up to 349.50s today, correct? So is there a potential rest situation for the next couple of days? Honestly, I would prefer that, right? I really would. Now, you're asking yourself, well, why you have a run or don't you want to go higher? Yeah, I do want it to go higher, but at some point, I would like to see it bounce in the 340s in the next couple of days. And like by Wednesday and Thursday, resume, because what I want to do is I want to add above this linear regression line. Tomorrow, it's going to be a little bit tough to add anything meaningful just because it's already day 3 and the stock already put them in the $30 move in the last 2 sessions. So in a perfect world, I know it sounds really, I'm not cheering against it going higher. I would just I'm a very patient man. I don't need it tomorrow. I'd like it tomorrow, but I don't need it tomorrow, right? So it's very tough tomorrow after a 30-point move in the last 2 sessions to go into anything significant going day 3, right? Going through day 3. Would I trade it on dips? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'd like to kind of maybe if it does rest tomorrow, if it does rest on Wednesday, I definitely want to trade dips, because dips are where emotional sellers are meeting technical buyers. Especially if you saw what happened today in the webinar. For all you guys in the webinar, you kind of saw where we got long Tesla into the rising 60-minute support. It was pretty cool, man. It was pretty cool. And remember, the longer a stock goes sideways, right? The longer the distribution is, the longer the sellers are comfortable at those levels. That's when there's a really high probability towards the end of the week, to Thursday going into Friday. And obviously Friday, the options market can absolutely ignite it again. So yes, in a perfect world, I would love to see Tesla rest go kind of sideways for the next couple of days. Everybody in the webinar is screaming, what do you have in mind there? And we want this thing at 360 tomorrow. Yeah, we kind of do, I guess. I guess we always buy it in the dips, I guess. But in a perfect world, right? We're just talking about perfect world, resting for a couple of days, reclaiming back today's channel. The next couple of days are just zooming the next towards the end of the week. We'll see. We'll see what happens on that. Other names that I really like, that are setting up, that didn't go down today, didn't go down with the rest of the market. Let me give you guys some names that I am definitely watching. I am definitely watching for the next couple of days. Let me see here. I definitely like letter U. I'd like to see some more. I'd like to see some more call buying coming in letter U, but as you can see, letter U is right? Letter U is ready. It's getting super tight. I just like to see some more option flow come in. NVIDIA. Okay, NVIDIA reports on Wednesday after the close. Reclaim back the 10-day moving average. Is it possible you get one more day of run-up ahead of earnings? Yeah, I'll watch it. I mean, I don't love it. I'll watch it, right? I don't think the stock is going to do anything significant prior to Wednesday's earnings after hours. But okay, we'll watch it, right? We'll watch it. So I definitely want to keep an eye on that. As we talked about a few minutes ago, run looks like it's ready for another run, right? Pun intended. So keep an eye on that. It's getting tighter and tighter. UPSD is starting to look interesting. Again, I want to watch the options market. The reason why I'm saying it's starting to look interesting, as you can see here, it's been rejected 3 times, right? It lost the 50-day moving average on earnings, I believe, and it's been rejected 3 times back to the 50-day moving average, trying to attempt to reclaim back supply. I want to watch this in the next couple of days. I don't think it's imminent. I'd be surprised if it is. But I want to watch this thing the next couple of days, because if it can reclaim back the 50-day moving average, especially on a close, UPST can wake up. Because again, under the 50 is bearish, right? As soon as it lost the 50-day moving average, look what the stock did. It went from 66 all the way down to 60 in a matter of 5 days. So we needed to get back above the 50-day. If it could get back above the 50-day, maybe it opens up all this daylight. So I definitely want to keep an eye on that. I think that's it, honestly. I think that's it. Tesla, again, if you can get any dips in the next couple of days, guys, try to get those dips in the upper 60-minute support. That's where, that's where eager shorts really do get trapped. So today actually turned out to be not bad at all. So again, if you are interested in pivots, Kenyon will post a really big discounted link for a 30-day kick the tires type of run through. Again, I've been saying this for years. Do I think pivots are for everybody? I don't. I really don't. I really don't. If you're programmed into this whole trading small cap stocks into 1-minute channels, you'd have a really tough time understanding what the hell I'm talking about. But if you do have an open mind, this is really, really cool. And just the way the market structure plays out organically is kind of the difference between you guessing and really understanding the moving parts. Guys, God bless everybody. Hope everybody does well. And I will see you good folks tomorrow.